Hey, everybody. Let me just see who's on here. Okay, looks like it's just me so far. I am so excited for this class today and hope that you guys will be joining me soon. If not, I'm going to be recording this and posting it so you'll be able to have it. I am just so stoked for all of these awesome things that we're going to be talking about today and what we're going to be covering. So in a lot of my videos lately, I've been talking about this idea of living an intentional life and just what that means. What does it mean to live intentionally? So I want to explain a little bit. My whole life, I just did what I was supposed to do. I followed the steps. So I went to school and I got good grades, and then I graduated from school, and then I took the next step and I went to college and I got good grades and I did the things that I was supposed to do. I got involved, I did drama, I did different clubs. I was so great at following the plan that had been laid out for me. And I remember a couple years ago, I had just come home from a service mission for my church, and I was sitting at home and going back to school, and I thought, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I in college? How did I get here? How did I spend the past 22 years of my life just kind of coasting? I mean, when we're kids, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to kind of follow what our parents tell us and just follow their path because we don't know any better. We're little kids, right? But then as I got older, I started to realize, man, I have to start thinking for myself. And I hadn't necessarily done that for a really long time. In my family, it's kind of this expectation that if you're a girl, that you will grow up and have kids. And that's just kind of what you will do. And problem is, I grew up and then I didn't get married and I don't have kids yet. So then I had to figure it out. I was like, man, what do I need to do? So this is where living a life of intention comes in. So many of us are just walking along. We're doing what we were supposed to do, what was always expected of us, but not necessarily what we're passionate about or what we dream about or anything else. And I'm a spiritual person. I'm a Christian, and so you're going to see that reflect in a lot of my classes. I try to be very inclusive to everybody because I respect all religions and all beliefs and everybody's own way of life. Everybody has a different intention, and that's okay. But for me, I know personally in my belief system, we talk a lot about having real intent and sincere intent, and holy cow, I wasn't sure what that was. I didn't know what that meant. So today, I want to give you guys some tools to help figure out your intent. What is your life's intent, and how do you live with intention? How do you live a life of intention and move forward smoothly and productively and effectively in this world? So one of the things that we have to figure out before we can do anything else is, what do you want? What do you want to do in life? Why are you here? What's your purpose? What's your role? What are you supposed to be doing? Who are you supposed to affect? Who are you supposed to touch, and how? Are you meant to be a doctor? Are you meant to save people's physical lives? Or are you meant to be a teacher and help teach kids so that they can be successful later on in life? Are you supposed to be a cook and bring people joy through your delicious food? Whatever it is, you have to figure it out. You have to figure out what your life purpose is. Now, there's a bigger life purpose. I know, especially, I run into this with people that are very religious, they're very spiritual. They say, oh, well, I know my life purpose. It is to do such and such and such and such. And I'm like, okay, that's the life purpose that somebody else has stated for you. That's great. Now let's put it into your own words. Let's get some specifics there, right? We're all here to learn. We're all here to grow. We're all here to fulfill whatever mission we've been told we're here to fulfill. But now we're going to get specific. What exactly are you here to do? And how are you going to do it? This is more than just setting goals. This is more than just making sure that you're doing things for the right reasons. Those are all parts of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to open up your mind to dreaming again. We're going to open up your mind to things that are bigger than you. Things that are bigger than you can imagine right now. Sometimes we limit ourselves and we say, you know, I only think that I can do this, this, and this because that's what's been done. But there was always a first. Somebody had to be the first person to invent a telephone. It hadn't been done before that. And people told Alexander Graham Bell that he was crazy. He was absolutely insane that he couldn't do it. People tell successful people all the time that they can't do it, that it's impossible, because it's never been done. They don't have any evidence. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. That doesn't mean that you can't be the first one to accomplish all of this, to be the one to do all of this. So I am so excited for our class today. We're going to talk so much about this, give you some real tangible tools. Not just talk about, okay, know your life's intention, that's great, but I'm going to give you steps, things that if you will do them, if you will commit, if you will be diligent, and if you continue to do them, and you do them more than just once. So if you keep moving forward and doing what you know you're supposed to do through these steps, then you're going to start to see some real success. You're going to see some really, really cool things. Before we jump into all of this, though, I want to just tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do and kind of what the heck you got yourself into. So my name is Brianne Ewell, and I am the owner of a company called Core Collective. I started this company. It's an educational company that helps people with self-compassion and self-acceptance. So we teach a lot of different classes. Some are more personal, so you kind of lead yourself through the course. Others are very involved with other people, so you get to talk to them a lot. There's some just like this, where I'm just chatting with you, and we're just here. We do most of our classes online just so that you guys can have that accessibility. But the whole reason that I started Core Collective, the reason that it exists is, I, like I said at the beginning here, I didn't really always know what I was supposed to do and where I was supposed to go. And I have lived a tough life. Like, I've had a lot of opposition and some crazy stuff happen throughout the course of my lifetime. And I remember one day just sitting and crying and just thinking, you know what, is this all for nothing? I go through this and I cry and I feel broken, and why? For what? Like, what is the point? And I felt so strongly, I had an impression just come to me that just said, the point is, I know you'll share. I know you'll share what you've learned, and I know that you will help other people. And then I started looking for ways to do that, on how I could share what I have learned through some of my really, really tough life experiences, through overcoming depression and extreme anxiety. I suffer from PTSD from being sexually abused as a child, and still get flashbacks very often that are very debilitating. I've been through a lot. And over the past few years, it has been a journey of self-discovery and just a real commitment to studying psychology and how my brain works and how all of these experiences might have affected my brain, and also building some real tools so that I can help myself through these things, and then in turn pass that on to other people to show my gratitude and all of that. So that's what Core Collective is. Our whole mission is to empower individuals to embrace the past, thrive in the present, and succeed in the future. I don't want you guys to have to leave your past behind. It's part of you. It always will be. So I'm going to help you embrace it, help it become something that you can love and support and find value in. And I want to help you thrive in the present. I don't want to just have you be here. I'm glad that you're alive. I'm glad that you're here, but I want to help you thrive. I want to help you be amazing. And then I want to make sure that you're successful in the future. I don't want you to just live an ordinary life. I'm going to help you be the next Benjamin Franklin. I want you to make a name for yourself. I'm not saying that you have to be famous. Not saying that you have to like invent something, but I'm going to help you live an intentional and an extraordinary life instead of just life by default, which is what a lot of people are doing. They're just kind of living their life by default. Okay, so today we're talking about intention. If you guys are on, I just wanted to let you know you are muted. I will be unmuting you every so often just to see if you have any questions or anything like that. It's just so that there's a little bit less background noise going on. So if you're trying to talk, that's what's going on. Just thought I'd let you know. One of the first things I want to help you guys do, if we're going to live a life of intention, we got to figure out what our intention is. So wherever you are right now, I'm going to give you guys just a couple of minutes, and I'm going to take away the excuse of I didn't have time. You have time right now. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I want you to write down, why are you here? What is your purpose? What's your life intention? What's something that you want to do? Now, if you're driving, probably don't write it down, okay? But you can think about it and remember what you're thinking about right now. So I'm going to give you just 2 minutes. Think about what's your life intention? Maybe this is the first time that you've ever really sat down to think about this. Why are you here? What are you doing? What are you supposed to do? Where are you going? What have you been called to do here on earth? So really just take a couple minutes and think about this. And I'll turn on some music so you guys have some brain power, some inspiration there. All right, go ahead and wrap up whatever you're thinking about whatever you're writing. Now, I want you guys to save that in a place where you can see it, where you can reflect on it often, because you're going to. And I'm going to give you some additional tools. If that was hard for you, if you're like, man, I really don't know, I have no idea, then this is one. It's a challenge. Are you guys up for the challenge? I hope you are, because this is really, really powerful. This is an amazing tool. A few months ago, oh goodness, it's more than a few, about 6 or 7 months ago, I was in a group mentoring where we were learning how to mentor other people. But it was interesting, a lot of that mentoring was focused on figuring out who we were and what we were supposed to do. So we went into it thinking, okay, this is great. It's going to help us help other people. And really it was learn how to help yourself so that you can help other people. And one of our assignments, one of the challenges that they gave us was to write down 100 reasons why we were on earth. So I have mine here. This is my first one. I just chose a piece of paper and I wrote it in pen. It's nothing fancy. I think there's parts of it that are scribbled out. Like, it's not super pretty, but I wrote down 100 reasons, the first 100 that came to my mind. And it was very interesting to see what came up, what came out, and what ended up on that piece of paper and what I was supposed to do. Some of them were like really big and inspiring, like be a spiritual giant, like, whoa, that's amazing. And then there were others that are like, cry. You're on earth to cry. Like, seriously, I'm on earth to cry. That's one of the reasons, but it came up. So this is a challenge that I would give to you guys. Write down 100 reasons why you're on earth. I am doing some personal mentoring with Tammy Ward right now. She is an incredible lady. If you guys have not checked out any of her events or anything, I would highly recommend them. Very, very highly. She is absolutely amazing. Very inspired woman. And she had me do this again. And this time she said, try not to repeat anything that you put on your first list. So now I have 200 reasons why I'm on earth. And I think it's something that I'm going to continue to do every few months, just because it's very powerful. It's a very powerful reminder of what I'm supposed to be doing. And then as you go back through those lists, you can start to see how you have fulfilled that. And if you've done what you put down, what you said you would do. So that is really, really cool. Super powerful tool. Do it. Tonight, sit down, start your list. You don't have to get all 100 in one sitting. Break it up over 5 days. Do 20 a day. If that's too much, break it up over 10. You can come up with 10 reasons a day. That's easy. Break it up over a month. Then you only have to do like 3 a day. So, but get it done. Write down 100 reasons why you were on earth, and then start living according to those reasons and evaluate, what are you doing? Is your work in line with those 100 reasons? Are your activities in line with those 100 reasons? Guys, unfortunately, there were a few shows that I had to stop watching. When I made this list, I started thinking, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't think I can watch that show anymore because it doesn't align with those 100 reasons. And I kind of knew that it wasn't a great show anyway, but that definitely sealed the deal. I was like, okay, see you later. It was so fun knowing you. But I had to stop some things that I really liked. Okay, so that's the first one, 100 reasons. Another thing that if you want to live a life of intention, you've got to know your intention. We've got to figure it out. If you do not have a mission statement or a statement of your life purpose, then get one. If you have a family, if you're married, you have kids, get your family a mission statement. I have a general idea of a mission statement that I want for my future family. I am not setting one in stone yet because I want to meet my future husband, and talk to him about it. But come up with your life mission and statement, write it down, and then put it somewhere that you will see often, that you will see all the time. Now, if you want to take this one step further, this is like extra credit. Write down why. Why is that your mission? Why is that what you want to do? Now, that's the second level. If you guys want the third level, I can't just give it to everybody because we've got to, you got to earn some information, right? Some things are earned. They can't just be given. So if you guys want that third level, there's another level after that. First level is writing down your mission statement. Second is writing down why it's your mission statement. If you want that third level, after you get those first two done, message me a picture. Message me a picture of them, and I'll give you the third level. I'll give you level 3, and it is cool. It's tough. It's challenge. You got to be ready for that challenge. So that's why I'm having you guys do those first two first before I just give it to everybody, because not everybody is ready for level 3. There's some people that are just going to stay at level 1, and that's okay. That is just fine. Get level 1 done. Do level 1. And then when you're ready, the information will come to you for level 2 and level 3, and so on and so forth. But really, really cool stuff. I'm going through a lot of different things today, just really, really fast, because we've just got a short amount of time, but I want to make sure that you guys have a lot of value from this. Whenever I do any class, whenever I talk to anybody, I want to make sure that it is valuable, that you are getting what you've sacrificed, right? So a lot of you guys are like, yeah, but this is a free class. You're sacrificing your time. You're sacrificing your energy. You have an investment in this class. And so I applaud you. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for watching, for listening to this, for engaging. You have invested. You've chosen to invest in yourself. You're investing in this class. And you have already taken the first step into living a life of intention by being here. That's amazing. So whatever it took to get you here, I applaud you. That is great. That's a huge step. And I really want to honor that. I really, really want to honor that. So as we're going through, if you're like, oh my gosh, she's giving us so many different things. The second thing, guys, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you to be like, oh no, there's so many things I have to do. Don't worry. It's okay. I give you all of these things so that you can pick and choose. Because again, we're all different. We're all going to have different intentions. We're all going to have different things that we do in life. And some assignments will call to one person and others will call to another. So I give you a lot of different options so you can choose 2 or 3 and get those done. And then you can come back and watch this and then choose a few more, right? You can come back and keep choosing more. So you can keep finding that value. It doesn't just stop here. So this first time around, pick 2 or 3 things. Just pick 2 or 3. Keep it there. Keep it simple. And then you can come back and search for more. Don't try and do it all. Don't try and do everything right this second. Don't worry if you're doing it perfectly. There is no perfect way. Whatever works for you, that's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to work on. Okay, if we're going to make an intentional life, we've talked about kind of this overall, what kind of things do I want? So I'm going to add one more that's kind of an overall idea. If you ever take a class from me, you know that I love stories. I love them. Now, I'm not just talking about the stories from our past. I want you guys to write a story for your future. What does it look like? But I want you to write it in present tense. So write it as if you are already there. Write it as if you've already achieved all of those things, as if all of these things have already come true. I love writing stories. They're really exciting to me. It's a fun way to dream. It's a fun way to see where I'm going. If writing isn't your thing, if you're like, okay, well, words don't work well with me, that's cool. That's fine. You've also got another side of your brain that needs visual. So this one's, I'm still coloring it in. It's still a work in progress. But this is one of my whys, kind of my future visual. So I've got this plane going around the world. Guys, I'm not an artist, and so this is just kind of fun. This is all this money coming. I'm balanced. I've got a little scale here to show that I live a balanced life. I've got my big circle of friends down here. See, they're all my little stick figure friends in a circle. See, I'm so creative. So awesome. These little droplets, that's like revelation and inspiration coming down. I've got all my chakras and all that jazz. Just lots of fun little things. So that's a visual way to do this same thing. But if you're going to write a story, you're going to sit down and just say, hi, my name is Brianne Ewell, and my story goes like this. And then start writing. Now, if I can give you 4 categories that I would recommend, including in this story, you're going to be talking about your physical state. So where are you physically? What time of day do you get up? Do you exercise? How do you feel about your body? What's going on physically? What kind of foods do you eat? Do you sleep well? Include all of that. Get very specific. Include spiritual. Where are you spiritually? Do you have a good relationship with your higher power? Do you have a higher power? What is going on spiritually? What do you do each day to build that spirit? So we've got our physical, spiritual. Then you're going to do financial. So write about where you are financially, what kind of things you can do there, and then relationships. So relationships / emotional is a 4th category. Now, I can give you even more categories, but again, that's level 2. So get level 1 done. Get level 1 done. And then you'll be ready for level 2. If you come up with more things, like if you want to write about travel or you want to write about anything else, put it in there. If there's something you want to do, put it in your story and write it in present tense. Write things like that down. It's really cool to go back and read those stories. Now, that's the other thing. Once you write these down, don't like put them on a shelf and forget about them. Keep them and reread them often. What I really, really like to do is record my story. And I'll record it 2 ways. One with epic music, so kind of this powerful, like what we just had while we were writing. To me, that's epic music. It gets me going. And then one with very calm, soothing music. I like the calm, soothing one because I can put it on at night and just put it on repeat, and it will play all night long. And I just get to listen to it over and over and over, like, yeah, this is my dream life. This is what I'm going to accomplish. The epic one is so good for during the day. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do today? And I turn it on first thing in the morning. I'm like, oh yeah, I am amazing. I am accomplishing so many things. This is so cool. Write down your story. What do you want to happen in your life? Okay, are you guys ready for how to transfer this into day to day? So we've talked about the big overall picture. I'm going to give you some quick ones for day to day. Set your intention for every single day. Now, when I say intention, I'm not talking about a to-do list. You guys already have those. We already have so many things on our to-do list. You've got that down. You have mastered the to-do list. Give yourself a congratulation, a pat on the back. I'm all for to-do lists. I don't want them to become like our defining feature though. So set your intention. When I'm saying that is, what word do you want to describe your day? What word is going to carry you throughout the day? What word will define this day in history? Write it down. I like to put it on just like a little slip of paper and carry it in my pocket, or put it in my notes on my phone so that I see it often. So for example, there are days that I work with kids, and on the days that I am working with them, very often my intention is love. My intention is love over and over and over. And it's a good reminder to myself when I get really frustrated because they're crying or they just threw their food all over me and the floor and it's a mess. I remind myself, what is your intention? Why are you here? What are you doing? Love. Love. And in that moment, I get to choose. Am I going to live according to my intention? What is my intent? How am I going to respond and emulate love? How am I going to do that? And it changes. It is a game changer, guys. When you start setting an intention for the day, it changes everything. Absolutely everything. I don't care what you do. There are people that I meet that work at jobs that most people would not want. And when I talk to them, I know that they have a life purpose. They have intention because of the way that they interact with me. I remember one person in particular, this summer I went on a big long road trip all across the West Coast. And, we started in Utah and went up through Idaho and then Washington, Oregon, California. We drove down the coast and came back through Nevada. And oh my gosh, it was awesome. It was like a 20-day road trip. But we stopped at this one place and there was this girl that her job was to take tickets. She was a ticket taker. And that's not usually people's dream job. But I could tell that she was passionate. And man, I still remember her. She took my ticket over 6 months ago, and her face is burned on my brain. And she touched me that day because she smiled and she talked to us and she joked with us and asked us where we were from and told us about how awesome this tour we were going to do was going to be. And holy cow, that girl was there to help people. She was not just a ticket taker. She was a life toucher. Her face, it's still there. I think about her so often. And that day I thought, I want to be like her. No matter what I'm doing, if I am taking tickets, I want to make people feel as good as she made me feel. As happy and as welcome and inspired. And she took my ticket. That's literally all she did. She ripped a ticket. But she did it with emotion and with some real intent. That's how I want to live my life. I want people to meet me and say, wow, she did that intentionally. In a good way, right? I don't want people to be like, oh, she hurt me intentionally. I don't want that one, but I want people to know that I live a life of intention. So choose a word for every single day and then remind yourself often of what that word is so that you can live according to it. And it doesn't matter what the word is, okay? I mean, let's choose positive words. Don't choose like anger. Like today, my my word is anger. But we do that. We do that as well. There are days that maybe we don't do it consciously. You get up on the wrong side of the bed and subconsciously you choose your intention to be anger. And then you see everything through the filter of anger throughout the rest of the day. And that's all you can think about is how angry you are. And things that normally wouldn't upset you do. And you just get so bothered by everything. And that becomes your intention. And then you start to try and hurt other people because you're angry. So let's choose positive ones. And now we're going to make it a more conscious decision that every single day, no matter if you woke up sick, oh my gosh, guys, let me just tell you about my morning. I normally get up at 5:30 in the morning. I have a group call with some other mentors, and we talk in the mornings, and it's great. And then I work out, and I have this whole schedule. I have awesome things that I do. And usually by like 10 a.m., I have knocked out most of my to-do list. I am on top of the world. And today, things did not go according to plan. I'm fighting a cold right now, and my alarm went off at 5:30, and I vaguely remember that. And then the next thing I remember, it was like 10:45, and I was waking up. And I'm like, what? I didn't set another alarm, and I just slept. I just went through it all. And I was like, oh no, I have that class in like an hour. What in the world? I have so many things to get ready. I wanted to like do yoga and meditate and just have this yummy energy and ready to go. And I luckily chose an intention. I chose a different intention instead of allowing that stress to kind of take the driver's seat. I said, okay, hold on. Slept in on accident. That's okay. My intention today is compassion, because I don't feel good. So I'm going to be compassionate with me. I'm going to be compassionate with other people. I'm going to be compassionate. Guys, most of the time when I do these things, something goes wrong with the computer. So I thought, I'm going to be compassionate with the computer. I'm going to be compassionate with the programs. And man, it has changed everything. And I know that the rest of the day is going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing, because I don't let anything else define what's going on. I choose, and you guys choose. You choose your intention. Up until now, you may have been choosing it unconsciously. Now you're going to start choosing it consciously. You're going to remind yourself in every moment, in every decision, what is your intention? Now, if changing that intention daily is like too overwhelming, pick an intention for a week or for a month or for a year. If there's something that you really, really want to improve. I have one ring that I wear all the time. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says love on there. I don't know which way to turn this. There we go. And I wear it on my finger. And it's a reminder to me. That's one of my intentions, is to love. And it's perfect. I can just sit there and I can rub that ring and remember, okay, love, 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 love. That's what you're here to do. That's what you're here for. Okay, 2 more things to live intentionally that you can do on a daily basis. Write down one lesson that you learn every single day. Don't let any day be wasted. We are learning things constantly. I personally believe that one of the reasons we're here on earth is to have a learning experience and to grow. So start writing down what you're learning. You have no idea when that's going to help somebody. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be like an entire page of a lesson. Sometimes it is. Sometimes I write lots of pages about what I learned. But write down something quick that you will be able to remember and that somebody else can benefit from someday. Get it written down or you're going to forget it. So write down one lesson every day. There's a lot more reasons why we write it down. I can't go into them all right now because we've just got a short class, but just trust me, write them down. You're going to see some crazy benefits from doing that. The other thing that you can start writing down every single day is one success. What did you do today? How did you succeed? What were you successful in? So pick a success. What was something that you did amazingly? What was something that you just rocked today? What did you do? And some days, today I could write down a success was I didn't freak out when I woke up 5 hours late. That's really late. 5 hours. But I didn't let it ruin my day. That's a success. It's hard to say. Some days it's getting dressed. I'm like, man, I did not stay in my pajamas today. That is I'm writing that down. That's my success. Other days it's bigger, right? Wow, I really, really helped this person. I changed somebody's life today. Write them down. You can write down more than one, but write down one every single day. Show your brain that you are successful, that you are doing things, that you are accomplishing things. And then it seems counterintuitive, but once you give yourself credit for what you're already doing, you'll do more. You'll accomplish more. Now, I hope that some of this information has been really, really beneficial today. I would love to continue this conversation, and I would love to keep helping you guys learn about all of this and live a life of intention and help you move forward and really get your goals and start working toward goals and having goals again and doing the things that you are finding out what you're passionate about and helping you get there. So I want to tell you about a program that will be starting next week. It's called Geronimo Group Mentoring, and it is amazing. It's 12 weeks long, and it is focused on helping you get higher level goals, higher level achievements. So some of the amazing things about it, we have that accountability piece. I told you guys that I wake up every morning and I talk to other mentors. Why? It's so that they can hold me accountable. They can make sure that I'm doing what I said I would do. They can help me get my goals. So when I'm making up excuses for why I didn't do something or why I slept in 5 hours or whatever, they can help me stay on it. They can help me stay on top of things. We're going to be talking about some of those neural pathways in your brain, helping you understand your brain better so that the walls and the other blocks that come up won't keep getting in your way. I'll be giving you step-by-step examples and instruction to help you change behavior, help you overcome fear, to help you increase your personal worth and your value. You guys are going to get 6 training videos. You have those daily accountability calls with your team. We'll have 3 live question and answer sessions where you get to ask me anything. Whatever comes up, whatever questions you have, whatever you want to know. And then I'm going to be sending you copies of all of these handouts and more information and more in-depth explanations of what we talk about during the class. It is absolutely amazing. You get 12 weeks of this instruction. Super, super cool. We're going to be starting next week, and I want you in that class. If you found value in what we talked about today, and in some of these instructions on how to live a life of intention, can you imagine where you would be in 12 weeks if you had this instruction weekly? Holy cow! And if you had that team, a team of powerful individuals helping you get your goals and take that next step, that would be so incredible. It is packed with powerful information and lots of value. Now, for some of the other group mentorings that I've done, so I told you I did a group mentoring at the beginning of the summer. It was a 12-week course as well. We had 6 training videos. We did not have the question and answer sessions like I am giving you guys. And we did not have an accountability team. So that was just for the 6 sessions. I paid $1,700 for that training. I'm in a group mentoring right now that I paid $1,500 for. So that's a pretty standard price, guys. This group mentoring is normally $727. But if you are interested, if you want to get in, if you want to see your life change, if you're ready to start living intentionally, if you want to change the direction, you want to have more direction and have very clear steps on how to get there, how to get your goals, how to get what you want. This class, Geronimo Group Mentoring, I'm discounting to only $150 until Saturday. So anybody in this free class, you guys can go to the website. It's corecollectivementoring.com. corcollectivementoring.com. Then you'll click on Geronimo. When you're checking out, you use the coupon code Geronimo150. I'll be sending out all of this information one more time, along with a link to the recording to this class so that you guys can come back, you can watch it again, you can share it with your friends. Please share it. If you thought that this was valuable and you're like, wow, I think that this could really, really benefit somebody, I'm going to be posting this link. You can share it with anyone. Share it with anybody. If you know someone that could benefit from this group mentoring, that is an incredible price, guys. $150 through Saturday. If you want to help change somebody's life, sign them up. If you're ready to change your life, get signed up. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thanks for taking time out of your day and for really investing in you and for making the world better. There's so many people that live with fear. And I know a lot of people my age talk about, man, I'm so scared to have kids and I'm so scared to bring them into this world because it's just so bad and it's ugly and there's not a lot of good. But you guys are proving them wrong. You're providing good in the world. You are the good. You are being the change. You are making a difference. You're the ones that, by being here today, by listening to this, by looking for ways to improve yourself, you are improving the world. You're creating a good world for my kids to come into. You're creating a good world for your kids to live in. And for the rest of generations to come, you are changing the world. What you're doing matters. It does make a difference. Your choices matter. And I thank you and I applaud you for your choice to be here today. You guys are absolutely awesome. I will be emailing you. Share this with anybody that you think could benefit from it. You're amazing. Bye.